We're Derek and Rebecca Sneller. We serve here in Okinawa, Japan at the Harbor Hospitality House. We've been here 4.5 years, and it's just great sharing the gospel in our lives with the military people here. The population of folks that attend, we have all branches of service represented, mostly airmen just due to our close proximity to Kadena Air Base, but we also have Army, Marines, Navy, married, singles, young families represented here. One of the unique things about Fridays is not only is it a great time to fellowship and get food and time into the Word, but it is another opportunity to spur each other on and be ready to go out. It's great that they've found a home and they consider this family on a Friday, but to not stop there, to go out and serve according to their gifts, to be ministers in their workplace with their neighbors. That's really the great part about Fridays is this is good, but this isn't it.
Yeah, as Derek says on a regular basis, it's a ministry through the military, not simply to the military. So we're trying our best to equip them so that they can minister to their spheres of influence, and they're going to reach people that we're never going to come in contact with. And so it's been one of our greatest joys is just hearing the testimonies and hearing the stories of how they are sharing the gospel in their lives within their spheres, whether it's the stay-at-home mom in her neighborhood or the active duty service member who is ministering to his or her unit. So that's really satisfying to us to hear those stories and just think about how they are feeling equipped to carry out the ministry in their own fields.
I've seen all throughout the years with Harbor staff and with other things that Cadence does on island, they're very intentional about we are trying to grow you and prepare you, not just so that you're fed, but so that you're able to feed others later. It definitely is a process where they're trying to make disciples and make disciples who make disciples.
One thing that's been cool for me to think about is Jesus came to make fishers of men, but in the military they have all these unique career fields like aircraft maintainer. So to be maintainers of men's souls, and to see the gospel, the mission field, right where the military assigned them, to not see it as a conflict of interest, like, oh, I would love to serve God, but I'm stuck in this military role. But that God has them there on purpose, and it's not wasted time. In fact, it's probably the best place they could be in terms of influence, in terms of being a witness and bringing hope to dark places.
This is my ministry. I believe that God is telling me, like, the military is my ministry, my peers, my coworkers, people that I meet. It's a really cool opportunity to meet people and share my life and share Jesus with them.
So I really enjoy the women's ministry here at the Harbor. It's been a real blessing to get to know the ladies of this community over the years. It's just been really interesting to enjoy fellowship together and pursue the Lord together through Bible study and intentional fellowship, and then the annual women's retreat that we do. I've just really enjoyed getting to know them and pursuing the Lord together.
As a former chaplain, I was an Army chaplain. I'm very well aware of the tyranny of the urgent, the many demands that call chaplains in multiple directions, and just the great opportunity to come alongside chaplains and say, how can we support you? How can we support your ministry? It's a huge blessing because I know a good amount of what they've experienced. So to come in and say, I appreciate what you're doing. How can I pray for you? How can I help you? Sometimes that looks like formal opportunities, like assisting with a preaching schedule or helping pull off an event. But often it's just being their friend. It's just being available and saying, I care, not just what you do, but about who you are.
Just personally with Derek and with Stephen, they're definitely my two best friends on the island. I don't know that I could do what I do without them. I don't know that I would be spiritually fit myself if I didn't have friends like that.
Well, thank you so much for your partnership with us in this ministry. We are so blessed and privileged to be able to be here. We love what we get to do. We love serving with Cadence. We love being house directors and being kind of on the front lines and seeing what the Lord is doing here in this context. We really enjoy being in Okinawa. We enjoy the military community here and the blessing that it is to serve them and come alongside them in what the Lord is doing in their lives. And we just count it a privilege to be here, and we couldn't be here without your financial and prayer support. So we just thank you very much. And we look forward to serving here for the next few years.